It's live and direct. Dork
Hey, you did it. We did it. We're alive. Barely.
and Steve and me. Let's do it. What's
Hi.
going on? What do you want to talk about? Mission Impossible? Okay.
Murderbot. Murderbot.
Hold on. No. You should go back. We should let Mark say what he thinks about the
Murderbot.
Superman trailer, and because we never heard his thoughts on. The
to
Superman
catch
trailer.
up. Yeah, of course.
It's great. All right.
And then the Ironheart trailer.
Oh, I don't think I watched that. I don't think I care.
That's its own review, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of what exactly.
I mean, I like the idea of Superman. It's always felt like the DC universe existed, and then Superman showed up, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's the dawn of heroes." But this sort of feels like there are heroes, but they don't have a hero of their own. And then now Superman shows up. So
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it feels like a different take on the comic book universe, where everyone's like, "Who's this fucking superhero guy?" And then he shows up and he's like, "No, I'm just doing good." They're like, "Oh, you can just do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, try it."
Dude, that's an awesome marketing tagline. Even the heroes need a hero of their own.
Right? Superman. I mean, I'll probably be completely wrong and it'll be nothing like that, but that's what I'm going in hoping for.
I like it though. Have you seen the 2 new posters that came out?
Yeah.
I wasn't
motion posters.
Oh, I don't know if they were motion posters. It was the one where it was Clark Kent, and then there was the one where it was Superman.
Yeah.
And the one thing I didn't like is Clark Kent's not wearing his glasses.
That's dumb.
And it's just like his glasses are off, and you're like,
Larry. Oh my God.
Where'd Larry go?
Oh, there he is. Oh, Jesus.
But it was just like, so there's obviously him as Superman in the Superman costume, but then as Clark Kent, he's in a suit, but he's got his glasses in his hand. I'm hoping these aren't like, I don't know. I've been in the AI VO rabbit hole for the past few days, so I hope it's not that.
I've heard of him. Yeah, he's around.
Like I said, I've heard of Superman.
I will tell you the AI fakes they're doing with like set leak photos they're getting me because they look grainy and shitty, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally a behind the scenes photo of Lobo on Supergirl's set. And they're like, no, sorry, that's not real.
Yeah, that got me too. It totally looked real, and I didn't care. Everybody's like, that's AI. I'm like, okay, so what? That looks like a set thing, and that'll be cool.
Lobo will still be in the movie, right? Oh, okay, cool, great.
I kind of don't mind that, Steve, because he's taking his glasses off and he's unloosening his tie, so you get kind of like, here comes Superman.
But don't you think it could have even, like, I get it, like about to take the tie off, like it should have been taking the tie off and taking the glasses almost off, so you're like, oh, it's Clark Kent. Oh, it's Superman.
Yeah,
I know. I'm being very picky. I'm yeah.
When you see them side by side, I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Like when they're side by side, you're like, you already see Superman to the right, so have him do a little like, is this guy? Is this
right?
and and then I get it, but standalone, I think that's cool because then you get to say, oh, that's Superman, right? Because nobody holds their glasses like that unless they're taking them off like Superman, right? I get it. Anyway,
Riker.
And so that was a cool thing I heard. That I followed this guy called Tachyon Pulse. He's a British guy, and he constantly talks about British sci-fi and Star Trek. So I'm like, he's great. But he has a guy in Skydance that just feeds him stuff. I don't know if it's some guy he went to college with or something.
Oh, funny.
And they were like, yeah, Skydance doesn't want to do Star Trek on TV anymore. They're gonna let the Secret Hideout stuff run out, and I think they said it's a 3rd season of Starfleet Academy in 2027 will be the end of it.
Huh.
Wow.
And if they even do it, and then they're just like, yeah, and then just do a movie every once in a while and see if anybody cares.
Huh.
And I was like,
wow.
That's either awesome or sad. And I couldn't decide which.
I mean, I'm as long as I get my Section 9 season, I'm happy.
What's Section 9?
Wait, what was it? What was the one
Section
that came?
31?
Oh yeah. See, even then I'm like,
yeah, Section
forgot
31.
about it.
saying the wrong names and everything, man. What a you're almost as bad as me.
That's how inconsequential that show was in my brain.
One of those funny things about Superman is it came out today. Zachary Taylor was like, I want Shazam in the James Gunn universe. And I'm like, yeah, me too, man.
Duh.
I think people kind of didn't groove on that Superman. I mean, that Shazam thing as much as I did.
It was enjoyable. It just felt it didn't feel like it was part of what they were building, what they were doing.
Well, yeah, I agree with that because I don't think they knew what they were building, but
yeah.
But I think they took that concept, which is really rooted in the 1940s, and made it kind of make sense, or at least not too much nonsense for the modern world. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I liked it.
The hierarchy of the DC universe has been changed forever. Or who was that? That was Black Adam, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's why I think that was kind of, weird. Like, whatever. Anyway, let's talk Murderbot because he can't stop us. That show is great. That show is so good. Even Mimi liked it.
Yeah.
So,
Steve, have you watched it? Do you know anything about it? No. It's great. I do like the blend of them knowing what they're doing. Like the scene when he goes, yes, I'm the one who did the static just now, or right before it happened, I was like, I bet he's the one doing that. And then he immediately acknowledges that, like, yeah, that was me. But I do want more of them just being, I want it all just laid out. But I understand his reluctance to tell them why he is what he is. But
have you read the books? Because
I didn't know there were books.
Yeah, there's 7 books. I had no idea this thing existed.
Wow, I did research. You moved to Murderbot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Marlo was calling me. No, It's written by Martha Wells.
Okay.
And she's won the Hugo 4 times during the course of this Murderbot stuff.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. For those books?
4 of the books, I think actually, I take that back. I didn't confirm that all 4 were Murderbot, but I know 3 of them are definitely part of the Murderbot series.
Diaries. The Murderbot Diaries.
That's what it is. Diaries, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's cool.
Our buddy Mark Finn posted about it in his newsletter, and I'd been, I hate app notifications. I just hate all that nonsense, but I leave my Apple Plus up because I don't want to miss when my Apple Plus shows are coming out, right? Like, I love Shrinking. I love everything. I love everything they do. So I was getting notifications, hey, new Murderbot. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. And then I'd log on to watch, For All Mankind season 2 or something. And it's like number 2 in the whole entire world, Murderbot. I'm like, oh, it must be good. People are liking it. But it wasn't until Mark was like, he just laid it out. It's 27 minutes long. It's part of this award-winning 7-book series.
Right.
He's known the author and her husband for like 10 years or something because they're Texas authors as well. And so I guess if you're in Texas and you're a writer, there's only like 10 or 8 or 10 of them. So you all know each other. And so I was like, well, Mark's, I'm totally on his wavelength for sci-fi. And if he's saying this is all excellent, I got 27 minutes. And man, I loved it. I just enjoyed every single bit about it.
Yeah,
the writing's really tight. The actors
it's going
are great.
fast.
Yeah.
He hacks his program in the first 1 minute of the show.
Oh, really?
Like, great.
Before the teaser's over, Walker and I went through this. It's 4 minutes long, the teaser, which gets to like one of the best credit sequences that's been out for a while. But he sets up the whole world. Hey, look at humans are all a bunch of assholes. Like, that's a quote. So I'm like, already I'm on your side. A robot's telling me humans are assholes. And they're all drinking and throwing up and shit. And then you get a little internal monologue. So wait, an internal monologue from a robot? This is fucking great. I'm all like, every single thing. It's like, it just hits you. It's the opposite of the beginning of Discovery, where they're just droning on in some other language around their Klingon teeth. And you're like, what? This guy's like, oh yeah, and by the way, did I tell you I've hacked my governor module so I can just fucking do whatever the fuck I want now? Yeah. I better not. And he just keeps standing there. And then you know, that guy's an asshole. That guy's that guy's cool.
That guy's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
The whole thing it's just great. I love the little asides where he's like, why did I not know this? Oh, because I didn't fucking give a shit.
Yeah.
That's like a real quote. I'm like,
I wasn't paying attention. I was watching my shows, which is another thing. He's watching Universe TV in his vision throughout the whole show. So they created these TV shows.
Another TV show, right?
Yeah. So it's like Clark Gregg and I can't remember his name. The other actor,
John Cho.
Yeah. And they're just like space drama.
Jack, what's his name from 30 Rock, isn't it too?
Oh yeah,
the Jack McBray.
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool.
And the thing is, it's Star Trek, right? So it's awesome that he's like, you know, he's just like everybody watching that show.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I just gotta watch my shows. Like, why do you? And then he says stuff that's kind of counter his programming, and they're like, "Well, you showed a lot of empathy," and he's like, "I just got that from like episode 3,
season 2, episode 4." Yeah,
it's so funny. Anyway, I just love it. It's so hard that I turned to Walker and I was like, "Man, we should probably watch Cowboy Bebop now. Give that a try again because John Cho's starting it, and we'll just pretend like." Well, it's shitty and awful, but we'll pretend that we're just the sec unit watching Sanctuary and Moon, right?
That's funny.
That's funny. Yeah, I've been digging it.
And Skarsgård is just killing it.
Oh, he's
just killing it. Everything.
He's awesome. He's just a great director. He's just a great actor, though.
Literally everything about this show is top notch. You can be like, "How's the set design?" I'm like, "Top notch." How's the special effects? Top notch. How's the story? Top notch. Like just. Across
How are
the
his
board.
genitals? Non-existent.
And it's so funny. They play it for laughs too. Like, you know, you're obviously not a sex robot, and
he's like,
look at his crotch. You know, all Barbie smooth. It's hilarious.
That's funny. All right, I gotta watch. It's Apple TV though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so I'll have to give it a little. I'll have to figure out how I can circumvent the interwebs to watch it.
Let me tell you what happened. I watched it twice, and then while Walker was napping, because Mimi and he did the beta breakers, and I'm like, here's my chance to just sit and if it's nothing, it's 27 minutes, who cares?
Yeah.
But if it's cool, I'll watch them all. I watched the first one and I loved it so much. I'm like, the rest of the family is going to be mad at me proselytizing about this, so I'll just watch the episode 1 again. And it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then when he woke up, I'm like, "Hey, you got to watch this. Mommy's still sleeping." But then it's 2 of us telling her she has to watch this whole thing with us. And so I watched it for the 3rd time. He watched it again, and he was like, "Oh my God, we have to watch the second one right now." And I'm like, "Go wake up Mommy because
we can't get too deep."
So then we waited. She wasn't in the mood because she ran and she's an old lady.
Yeah.
So we watched it the next day though, and she's like, "Oh, thanks for making me not watch it." And we're like, "Well, no, we know if we're all excited and enthusiastic about something and you don't want to watch it, of course you're gonna go, it was okay," and we'll get sad.
Right.
So we waited for the next day, and you're like, "Are you ready? Are you ready to watch this? Because we're not kidding. It's fucking great." And at the end of it, she was like, "Yeah, let's watch that second one. This is a pretty good show."
Is it released? Is the whole season?
There's only
out?
3 episodes right now. So
yeah,
okay.
It's every Friday a new one comes out.
Okay, cool.
Oh, is that what it is, Fridays?
Oh, speaking of what comes out, you know what comes out today? The Fountain of Youth movie.
Oh yeah,
it was on last night. I think I saw it. It was up.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "Oh, when did this drop?" I was almost going to watch it, but then I was like, "Nah, Murderbot."
The one I saw in one of the Chans that was talking about movies, and they're like, in a world where I can still watch Raiders of the Lost Ark and National Treasure, this will never be put on my television. It was. I heard it's getting kind of panned a bit, which is sad, but
yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I don't know. Like I'm looking at it to be a little more like a little brain dead, you know, like and not taken too serious, which is what it's like. I don't think it is, but
that's a perfect thing. I mean, I'm not as rude about it, but that's what I think. It's not so much in a world where I can watch Raiders whenever I want, but it's in a world where there's a million other things to watch first. Like I haven't seen Love Hurts, the short round movie. I haven't seen
me either.
Jack Quaid's Novocaine, which I'm
Novocaine,
dying to see. I don't have the fucking time to watch all this cool shit. So it's like, I'm sorry, John Krasinski doing, Romancing the Stone or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I'll get to it. It
Yeah.
seems that'd be perfectly fine way to spend a rainy Saturday afternoon. But I'm not gonna go.
Well, you know what it is. I was chatting about this with some people at work today, and it's you kind of almost like we benefit because it's three of us, where like almost like we have three people that can watch something, to pass the hurdle. To almost be like, that was actually worth seeing, or dude, like I think about like Sisu or like Nobody or any of these other ones where it's just like where it's like, oh, I don't know what this thing was, but what's the David Harbour Santa Claus one?
Violent
Night.
Where it was like, where it like that's never gonna be something that I'm gonna hunt for, but I know Larry's gonna absolutely love it, and of course, so you know what I mean. It's like
that's one of our Christmas movies now. I love that movie.
Right, or like what was the Rock Christmas one?
Oh yeah, what was that
Red
called?
One?
Red One.
One, yeah.
Where that was one I was like, well, I haven't seen it, but I know Larry likes it, so I'll at least be able to talk about it, and I'll watch it with the girls, and they'll get a kick out of it. So, but it's different because, like I said, there's three of us here, where it's like I kind of feel like we cover a lot of the bases of movies that are out in the world, and we also have our movies and things that we will totally never watch, and the other two will definitely watch.
Well, it's funny because of that recommendation, I almost watched Red One, and I kind of got into it, and I was like, I'm not really feeling this. But then I watched Rise of the Guardians, which I know you watched, Steve, and you were like, it was not that bad.
Dude, I love that movie.
Oh, maybe it was you, Larry.
Yeah, it was Larry.
Yeah.
Is Rise of the Guardians all the like Jack Frost and like all of the
it's
a
League
cartoon,
of the
right?
Extraordinary, Tooth Fairy
holiday creatures.
Easter Oh, I love everything about that movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
even if I don't watch the movie that you recommend, I watch a movie that's similar that you also recommended.
But that's a perfect thing to bring up because this happened yesterday. One of the busy things we were doing is Walker did something for school that their art ended up at SF MoMA.
The MoMA.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about that, and they also did some movies and one of the movie Walker. It wasn't Walker, which was funny. He was mad he wasn't asked to do a movie, but it's like, dude, you know how to do it, so you're not learning anything, right? They wanted people who didn't have access to those tools to do stuff. And there's one girl, Tess, did this great movie, but it was basically the plot of Interior Chinatown. And so everybody's going, this is fantastic. But I'm like, well,
I already saw it.
But but I would never have known that because I like Zissou for Steve and Interior Chinatown for you. I would never have come across those on my own. And you guys are like, Larry, you're going to love this. And you're so right. I love Interior Chinatown and I love Zissou. They're doing Zissou too, right?
Yeah.
So like, what is that going to be about? I don't know, but I'll go see it.
Yeah. And 2020 next year.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so. Or is it this year? It might even be this year. I think they're already like working on it.
Yeah. And I hope it's Zissou versus aliens or something. Something just insane.
Supposedly the main guy is coming back, but they're adding who's the bad guy from the first Avatar?
I
can't think of what his name is.
You mean the actor?
Yeah. The actor.
Stephen Lang?
That's it. Yeah, so he's going to be in
He's not the bad guy. He's the only guy who knows what's going on. Anyway.
What else is Stephen Lang's in something really old that everyone forgets he's in? What the hell of a movie is that?
He's a killer in something. I think like a serial killer, right?
Hold on. Let me look.
I know, yeah. He was also in those movies where he's like a blind guy and people get trapped in his house.
Oh, yes. Don't
those
Breathe.
Just came out, which I had not seen those though.
Oh, Tombstone.
Oh yeah,
he's in Tombstone.
He's the one that always survives all the shootouts. But you don't recognize him because he's got the beard and the long hair, and he's always running around, and he's You would totally not even know it's Stephen Lang.
Yeah.
In
He
fact,
was,
you don't even know who I'm talking about in the movie, but I'm going to show you a picture.
He was Walker's pick to play Cable when they were saying
Oh yeah,
Deadpool
totally.
was gonna, and I was like, man, I don't see how you beat that. I thought he'd be a good one. Anyway,
No, he's great.
yeah. What else did we promise the kids? Oh, Andor. You guys up to date on Andor?
Not yet. No. Oh yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Have you finished Andor? Is it done, or is it
Nah,
still kind of?
it is done, but we got so far behind. Like, there's no way to watch like 9 hours of it. So I'm kind of bummed because all my friends are going. It's very powerful and stuff, and it's like, well, me watching it once a week for 12 weeks, I'm not going to get how powerful it is. You know what I mean? I have to watch like 3 of them at once or across 3 days.
Yeah,
that's just not going to happen.
The funny thing I was reading, it was either on Reddit or one of the chans or one of the review sites or somewhere I was reading, and it was funny because they're all like, think of, you're watching Andor and, you know, Rogue One, Andor season 1, Andor season 2, and then you see like all this stuff going on, and essentially I guess they kill everybody, and everything's going bad, and then you watch the end of the first Star Wars movie, and like Luke Skywalker, a guy who joined the rebellion like a day ago, and like Han Solo, like, and his like and a Wookiee are being like awarded by like and it's like and according to everyone else in like the Rebel Alliance is like, who the hell are these guys? When did these guys join? And then you have like people like the plot of like 2 seasons of Andor, like people that are like manipulating.
Just the basic plot of Rogue One, kind of setting everybody up for success.
Right. It's like all these people that are doing all of these things that no matter like if they do like a couple things, they're gonna die, but it moves the rebellion forward. And then at the end of the day, like it's like, you know, Luke Skywalker and Han Solo are
walking over that's funny.
And it was just,
but I love that though, because it recontextualizes everything, right? It's like that like when you see Rogue One now, like, oh, Saw Gerrera is just high as fuck. You know, you don't think that he's, you know, you're like, oh, he's been beaten down and this is like some medicine or something. He's like, no, it's like, fuck, war is hell.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
I've seen some stuff. Yeah,
it's basically the guy from Morton Joe from Mad Max, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It also kind of gives me like the FBI, all the stars on the wall of all the people who died who will never be recognized for their achievements.
Oh yeah,
it kind of feels like that a little bit too. Like, cool, yeah, Luke, the poster boy of the rebellion, is going to get a medal, but not the grimy dudes who were all in the shit for 10 years.
Well, speaking of all the recontextualization, that was my favorite thing, hands down, in Rogue One, is when they're doing the Scarif thing, and they go, "Hey, Red 5, tighten it up," and he gets blown up against the thing. And then when Luke shows up and he's like, "Red 5," in Star Wars, they cut to a X-wing guy going like this, like Red 5, and it's like, oh my god, that's amazing, because it's like, no, he's mad because the first Red 5 was his friend, and now some fucking farm boy chucklehead from Tatooine has got his friend's
call sign,
sign. And that's just like, I just think that's cool. They did that in Solo with Leet being the tracking computer now in the Millennium Falcon. So when Han is always talking to this ship, and like, hear me, baby, hold together. You're like, oh, he's talking to Leet from that other movie that nobody cares about.
Doesn't C-3PO even say something like, whoa, the attitude of your ship's computer is something or other? Or did I make that up?
Probably at some point.
There's so many Star Wars movies. How do you keep track anymore?
Yeah.
Chris has got it. Luke's the man because of his lightsaber. Yeah, he is.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Did you guys see the? I think this is super cool. Did you guys see the Brad Pitt F1 poster? They did the Akira poster.
Oh, did they? That's cool.
Yeah, it's. Hold on, let me see. Let me show you.
Walker's insane to see that movie. He's like, oh, finally a good race movie.
Where was it?
I love films about race.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did the Akira poster, which I'm like, did someone obviously it's like just Photoshop, but I'm like,
Yeah.
Does someone actually know that that's the like? Do you think Brad Pitt knows that that's the Akira poster?
I hope
Was
so.
that even official? That just
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was because
and I'm sure they know that what they're doing. It's even if it's just reference, right?
yeah.
They that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I think that poster looks cool. I'm like, oh, that should actually be the movie poster. That would be pretty sick, as opposed to like the big him just standing there like as like Superman.
I'm just looking forward to him like having an action movie where he's not like wearing cool outfits but staring out the window and being sad. It's like, come on, man.
Well, is he coming back for the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood TV show?
Yeah,
he is, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's the adventures of his character.
It
right?
is. Okay, that's cool. Now,
Oh.
is it post the movie, pre-movie?
Oh,
I don't know. I think it has to be after, right? Because
Right? Yeah, I
Brad
would think
Pitt's
so.
just getting older.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's true. That does make sense. I didn't think. You know what? I didn't even use the logic of that, just considering like they would just de-age him or something. But
Yeah, unless they do a thing where it's like him and his wife, and it kind of recontextualizes him killing her or not killing her. Like
Well,
seeing,
he did that already, and they did a not. What's his name? QT wrote a novelization of that, and a third of the book is all about what happened. It's just basically the Christopher Walken, Natalie Wood thing.
oh, is that where it was?
Yeah, but they explain it, and he didn't kill her. It was an accident.
ah,
Are we sure?
uh,
Not kidding.
That's what Tarantino says. Got to go with author's intent.
Oh, so it's Netflix. Netflix? Oh, not on Netflix. No,
It's on something, right? Amazon, I think maybe.
I also didn't realize it was going to be a TV show. That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? I think it's because it's, and I'm almost happy that Tarantino is not really attached to it in any capacity, because that's always a fascinating thing that I always thought about him, is that he also tries to put a lot of his movies into already existing universes. So he's not actually creating a universe like he's already in a universe. What I'm trying to say, like he's making a movie in a universe he's already kind of established. Not that he hasn't established, that's already been established. Like Inglourious Bastards is like takes place in where their other movies have taken place, because it's like referenced in that stuff.
So it's just genre, though, right? I mean,
Right.
There's a World War II movie, there's a Kung Fu movie, there's blaxploitation. That's why I was dying for him to do a Star Trek. Please,
Why
be
why
the
would
guy
they never
who
give him one?
understands genre, and then just fucking let it loose on Star
Like,
Trek.
could you imagine a Tarantino sci-fi film? Like,
Yes, I
Well,
go to
The
bed
closest
every
thing
night.
we'll get is Crimson Tide, right?
That's so funny. Walker brought that up this morning.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause
we watched Hunt for Red October is Mimi's favorite movie. So during the coronavirus, we watched that and Crimson Tide back to back.
Mhm.
And so it's all just one giant movie in
Yeah.
his head. And so he starts doing his senior year level Sean Connery, but it was all the stuff about the Silver Surfer. It was so funny. He was like, "No, the only one in Silver Surfer is Jack Kirby," and I'm like, "What are you even saying? Like, that's not Denzel Washington." And he goes, "No, I'm trying to do Sean Connery," and I'm like, "Oh man, that's the wrong movie."
The only, like, you can tell Tarantino had a bit of writing in Crimson Tide when those two guys get into an argument about who is, I can't even remember what comic book character they're arguing about.
The Silver Surfer.
It's Silver Surfer.
Was it Silver Surfer? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
And it's Kirby is the only real.
Yeah,
Silver
Denzel's
Surfer.
like, "Listen, man, anybody knows that Mobius, he's great, but Kirby's the only one."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Tarantino.
Did he have something to do with the writing of that?
Yeah, he polished that entire script.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He
But, dude,
added all this.
imagine-
There was a really cool thing I saw. It was an interview with him, and he goes, "Yeah, everybody gives me all the props for the pop culture stuff, but I did all this too." And they did a split screen of the guys talking all their Navy jargon, and then like a real military training film of the stuff, and it was literally the exact. All he did was transcribe this training film, and he's like in this interview going, "Well, I want credit for doing that." And I'm like, "Well, did you find? I mean, what do you want credit for? The research or like putting the actual thing there those guys are supposed to say in the movie? I don't think you should have credit for that. I think that's the job, right?
Yeah. And also, which one of those two submarine movies got flagged by the actual military because they got the set so good that the military was like, "How do you know this? How do you know that it would look like this? And this is top secret stuff." And they were just like, "Oh, it just made sense intuitively." But I think it was Crimson Tide actually, because they had the
Russian sub stuff.
Yeah.
Well, who's the who directed Hunt for Red October?
McTiernan. Pretty sure that was John McTiernan, right?
Let's see. That is McTiernan. You're right.
McTiernan.
I thought it was that one.
Die Hard Underground. Die Hard in the Submarine. Well, what else did we promise the kids today? Andor.
Oh,
Superman.
We did Superman, Ironheart, Murderbot.
Yeah, Murderbot.
Fountain of Youth came out today. No one's going to watch it. Did you hear that Fantastic Four is going through a ton of reshoots right now?
Oh, really?
Yes.
They're changing the ending, supposedly.
I just love the kids that get all excited about that because it's like that's what Marvel does.
Well, that's because they're shooting right now Doomsday and Secret War.
Right. So something changes in their story. Like, fuck, we have to set that up. And then
we got to go back.
Hey, I know you guys are all on this set, but let's go across the street to that set, and we're gonna update this Fantastic Four scene.
We're just gonna add one bit of dialogue where you talk about the Council of Reeds or something or other. Bam, done. Okay.
Did you see though that I didn't notice that Doomsday comes out next December 18th.
Yeah, they just announced that. They kicked it 6 months.
Yeah, so it's December 18th is Doomsday, and then next year, December 17th is Secret War. So they're filming those right together.
Yeah.
And then Dune Messiah comes out the same day as Doomsday.
Does it really?
Why would you do that?
So it's going to be Doomsday.
Yeah, it's gonna instead of the Barbieheimer, it's gonna be Dunes. Yeah, that's pretty
Doomsday.
good. Avenger Dunes Day. Not bad.
Yeah.
I wonder if I get another. What's the new popcorn bucket
from the Avengers movies?
Dune. Well, Dune Messiah, but the popcorn bucket for Doomsday is going to be Doom's helmet. It's so obvious, or his fist or something, or like the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Not the Infinity Gauntlet, but like a Doom's Gauntlet or something.
I couldn't even guess.
You know what? I was chatting with someone the other day.
Who?
The person I work with.
Who? Okay, we don't believe you, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, I really do talk to other people, but it's only work stuff. I guarantee you, Comic-Con has Doom's costume there.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a given.
I want to get into the Fantastic Car at like 5:30 in the morning because
oh, that's totally going to be there too. It's gotta.
If the Fantastic Car is there, I'm getting in it.
I would even settle for the one that was in Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah,
I like that one better almost because
me too.
That's the way they draw it. Yeah, that was cool. I watched some of the behind the scenes blooper stuff and making of on that Blu-ray, and I was just like, pause on the Fantastic Car. You can see the tires and everything because they hadn't CG'd that out. And,
that's funny.
And I'm like, oh yeah, fucking give me that thing. It's a couch with wheels.
Random question: was there a cameo in Deadpool Wolverine that didn't make the chop, that got cut out of the movie? Was there? I was wondering. Do we know?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah,
because I know some of the Blu-rays and DVDs have a ton of cut scenes and all that stuff. I was just wondering if they ever acknowledge another character that never actually hit the screen in that movie.
Wow.
I mean, they had a bunch of people on set that didn't get anything at all, right? There's some who's Nightcrawler's dad, the red demon guy.
Azrael.
Yeah, he's in it for a second.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of characters like that where they didn't really do anything with them, but they're in a far shot.
Mm.
Yeah.
When you see Ant-Man's head and you're walking up, there's like 4 of those characters. Like Pyro's there, Azrael, Negasonic Teenage Wasteland or whatever her name is.
I mean, there was rumors that Taylor Swift was filming something, right? Wasn't there something like that?
Oh, well, like she was supposed to be Dazzler. Like, isn't she
Yeah.
Dazzler on the record cover in the first?
Yeah,
Flash
Dark
movie?
Phoenix.
Or
Yeah,
Dark Phoenix or something like that.
yeah. But Walker loves that. The funniest meme is that when Travis Kelce was like losing the Super Bowl, and the coach is yelling at him and shit. There's this like 4-stage thing, and then the last thing is, and I think my girlfriend is Dazzler. I'll just like say that walking down the hallway, and like it's just like, dude, only I get this. So don't do this when you go to college. Like nobody's gonna get that joke.
Oh, so that's just a rumor. I always thought that was a thing.
Bosk, hot or not? Timmy says. Tim Connolly. Yes, completely hot because he's wearing that cool spacesuit. That's a real spacesuit.
And if you're into feet, he doesn't wear shoes too. So
gloves, yeah. That's just a legit spacesuit. And the reason the boots are so high and the gloves are like way back is because that's where the mechanical locks are in that suit. But that thing was in Doctor Who. It was in a couple like Destination Moon kind of movies.
Was it really?
Yeah, it's called the Windlass or something like that. I don't know. But man, there is a spacesuit I need to have in my collection. But apparently there's only 3 of them, and 2 of them are in museums, and 1 is in the costume shop of Hollywood there. Anyway.
Wait, so Dazzler was in Dark Phoenix? Man, I don't remember that movie.
Yes, but not Taylor Swift though.
Right. Oh, it's like the party where they're hiding out. She's singing to them. God, I have not seen that movie.
I couldn't even make myself watch that movie. There's no way.
I mean, it's not bad. It has some of the cooler Marvel scenes in it, but yeah, as a collective movie, it's bad.
Well, I liked what's her name as Jean Grey.
Yes,
I know. I knew that.
The whole train sequence is worth the price of admission.
I can't do it.
But I
might
can't
as well do a Hellstrom TV show. I just don't. Oh, hey, so speaking of that, Trouble Comes Knockin' that I said today. You know what that is? That's Walker's tagline for his Jack Fry movie.
That's the book. Is that what we're calling it?
We were going to call it Jack Fry by Night,
mm-hmm.
but he's like, nah. Why don't I just call the werewolf story by night? And then that way that goes. I'm like, well, you need a tagline for your book. And he's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, okay, when I did Black Diamond, like the trade says, get in the car and go underneath it. Just kind of like a marketing tagline, but you have to call it something so people don't think it's the floppies. And he's like, well, I don't know. And then his middle story, actually the first one we did with Daniel Cavell, the Brazilian,
very first guy, right?
Yeah, the Brazilian guy where it's kind of organic and roundish. When I lettered it at 9 point for some reason, so it's wildly bigger than it should be. Like you do 6.6 or 7 usually for regular things. So when we're doing the collection, I'm like, I'm just gonna get the lettering down to 7, so it's all a coherent look through the book. And so there's a bit where he says that, like, it's my day off and trouble, then here comes the cute chick and trouble comes knocking. And as I'm playing with that lettering balloon, I'm like, oh, bro, that's the title for your book right there. And he's like, really? And I'm like, well, let me do you a little type treatment. So I did it with his Art Deco stuff. And he goes, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was good.
So, and how many stories are in that one?
3 big ones.
It is, right?
Yes.
How many pages?
3 big ones.
It's going to be 72, I think, when we're done.
Right.
So it's the size of, Space 1959 and One Shot, One Beer. A legit floppy book. Yeah, 7x10, whatever that is.
I love it.
6.658 by 10.25.
I know the measurement.
That's
why I'm doing it in my head as you're like,
yeah.
I was told there'd be no math.
Yeah,
we have a couple of cool guys that are Walker's giant fans that are doing some text pieces for us. So
that's cool.
He's thrilled. I'm unprepared to tell this in public now, but I'll tell you after if you care.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming together. Looking forward to San Diego.
That's
I decided
awesome.
I'm going to do a short run, 25 books of true facts, just to have them kicking around.
Oh, shut up! Really?
And, yeah,
Wow.
Okay.
and because
Do I have my true facts? I think I told you I found the true facts. Did I ever tell you that?
did you? No.
Yeah, I don't know where I found it, and I was like, "Oh, I should get this." Larry, get a kick out of this.
I can never put my hands on one. I don't. I have like
Let me see if I have it over here.
5 or 10 kicking around in various places, but when I go looking for one, I can never find it. And so
Yeah, I have one across the house. I'm not getting up.
there you go. Oh, look at that.
Hey,
Whoever that young guy is on there. I
Yes,
don't know.
it's because the other day I found the right stuff at the right time T-shirt. Do you remember that first T-shirt I did?
I do not.
And it was just we had one piece of art that Matt Smith had done of Dave, and so I was like, oh, this will make a good T-shirt to get everybody all excited. So I found that T-shirt and I was wearing it around, and so I went to go outside. And I'm like, fuck, I got to wear my Channel 7 hat. So for the old days, and so I'm walking around feeling like 25 years younger. And so then Walker comes home and he's like, what is this? And I'm like, man, this is the cover to True Facts. He's like, what are you talking about? So I wanted to like get one and put it up to my face and do like old Larry with young
Oh,
Larry.
you should do new cover.
I gotta find
Wait.
one of my copies. It was just this funny thing. So I will. I'll probably put that on the back.
Do you want me to
cover.
mail it to you?
Oh man, I have. Like I said, I got a few. They're in boxes in the garage.
I will mail it to
So
you.
young face on the front, old face on the back, or
No,
sorry, present day face on the
I
back.
think you just superimpose. I think it's kind of funny. Like if you just
No, see, Steve, just put that up to half your face, like that. I'll just do that with my own face being the old guy on the other side, and then use that for the back cover or something. Just be funny.
I honestly, I think if
I do.
you should just like that should be the new cover. Like I don't know.
All right, you talked me into it. I'll do it.
I think that's
that's the kind of thing I would do.
I think that's so like you like that's
Yeah.
well it. All right, you
Anyway.
have until Tuesday when I'm texting you when I'm chatting with you on Tuesday. If you haven't found it, this will be in the mail. So
All right. No, there's probably one like right up here somewhere, but the idea is I can never find it when I'm looking for one.
well, it's like I can
Oh,
find your book. I can't find my book. That's the perfect example. You could find my book. I
Oh,
can
let's
find your
see
book.
there.
Yeah.
I'll trade you. Here you go.
Yeah. Too funny.
Anyway.
I keep
All right.
Steve. I keep your book with my VHSs, so I
Do you really?
I know where it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Cool.
Makes sense.
That's why I want. So I was telling Larry, I want to add like in the back, I want to do like book 1 checklist, book 2 checklist, where it's just the list of the movies. So if you've seen them, you can check them off.
Oh, that's brilliant! Like that
Yeah.
old trading cards, right? You like
Kind of right,
keep
like
track
an
of all
old
your
right. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
I can never say. How do you say it? Extinction.
I know.
Exi-
What? How do you-
existence.
Is it just
Existence.
existence?
Existence.
Is it just spelled funny?
Existence. Oh, I
Yeah.
put too much emphasis on it.
But
Yeah.
it does. It
great.
looks like existence.
Yeah.
Existence.
Well,
Great.
know,
One of my favorite one of your articles, by the way.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Somebody
I
brought
don't-
up Brotherhood of the Wolf, and I was like, "Hey, you got Steve's book, right? He's talked about that already." And then I linked him to the site.
Well, I was having a conversation with my work colleagues this afternoon, and we were talking about they don't like obviously Chevy Chase is not the most well liked person in Hollywood anymore, and the crazy part is there was a big announcement today that he's like one of the most requested celebrities at like these like big conventions, but because he's difficult, no one wants to sign him. And one of the big organizations that helps provide like all of the celebrities is like, you know what? We don't care that he's difficult. The people want Chevy Chase. We're getting Chevy Chase. So now Chevy Chase is going to hit like, and I'm like,
Finally,
cool. Like, I mean, the guy is like, I get it. Like he's a jerk.
That's funny.
But it was him and Randy Quaid. Like those are the two people that everyone requests.
huh?
So I don't even know if Randy Quaid's allowed in this country, but that's a whole ball game.
Yeah, really.
The Blank Check podcast was talking about European vacation recently, and they're talking about how Chevy Chase is difficult and how there's not really a lot of directors who work with him again, and they're trying to figure out like you never hear any stories about people saying they had a good time working with him. He's an okay guy, and then it just kind of dawned on them that it was probably the only person is Beverly D'Angelo, because she's done like 5 movies with him at this point.
Oh yeah, I got
Well,
you.
and then in the beginning of his career, Goldie Hawn's worked with him like pretty much like religiously.
That's true too. Yeah,
And like that's Goldie Hawn, who's married to like Kurt Russell. So like it's not like she, like if he was, but I guess that's early Hollywood. But if he thought his shit didn't stink, like Goldie Hawn was not like a nobody. Like she could totally be the person to like totally like look at him and be like, who the hell do you think you are? Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like Beverly D'Angelo doesn't have like, you know, laughing clout like Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
like Goldie Hawn jumped from like obscurity to laughing to like an Oscar nomination, all like in the span of like 4 years.
yeah, like absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
This one's killing me. Chevy's too old now, so I got nothing. There's not a lot of old people in the MCU.
Oh, who did I
But
Uatu. The Watcher.
he might play some cool Spider-Man villain.
Oh.
Impossible Man.
Like a cheesy kind of
Yeah,
Who's the one that
Pete
who's the one who wears the pan on his head?
Irving Forbush.
Yeah, is that
is that his actual name?
Yeah,
Forbush Man. Forbush Man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who would Chevy Chase play in the MCU?
That's tough. I don't like. I gotta mentally like.
It would be somebody. You just open up the Marvel Universe handbook and point at somebody weird like Angar the Screamer, and he would crush it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just some crotchety old guy, man. I got one. Give him a Stanley mustache and have him play Stanley cameos.
Oh,
that'd be spot the Chevy Chase.
That'd be pretty funny. You know what you do? You just have him be like J. Jonah Jameson in like one of the multiverses.
Yeah.
Just
I'm dying for the Council of Johnnies, and everyone is played by Chris Evans. Anyway. But or get all the guys like Michael B. Jordan. He's already signed up to play Killmonger.
And he's already in that universe.
Oh, which you know what? Here's the other thing. You know what I think people are kind of ignoring a little bit? I think What If, the TV series, is totally going to be characters in Doomsday. Like
totally.
Nobody's ignoring that.
You don't think so?
No, they announced the African American girls in those 2 movies.
Yeah,
Did they announce it for Doomsday?
Yeah,
and I think the native gal, I can't remember her name in the show, but the one who had like the blue power.
Yeah, the native. That's what I said. The Native American girl, right?
Oh yeah, I thought you meant someone else. I thought you were talking about like Riri. No.
Not Riri. No, that whole cool like Avengers 1492 or whatever. That's going to be in the movies.
For sure.
I mean, I read something that I don't remember how legitimate it was, but I remember going, "Oh fuck yeah, that was it." I don't like cartoons, and that was a good episode. So if you're going to bring somebody in, that's a good one to bring in. But I mean, come on, that's why the Russos got hired. There's going to be 182 main characters in these 3 movies, so and they're like, okay, we know how to do that. We need some Post-it notes, some individually wrapped cheese, you know. Some energy drinks.
Oh, you know what? I didn't do my daily Avengers Doomsday playing cards.
You know, we got to wrap up with Mission Impossible because we seem to keep skipping over. That comes out this weekend, right? The new Mission.
Came out last night.
I think Chris Sagsag's seen it already.
And
so is he?
Tell us, Chris.
No good. Good.
I'm hearing it's just kind of all right. That the first part is better, and then the second part is sort of just like lays there. And I'm like,
is it the final mission?
It was okay. Chris, tell us, did they kill Tom Cruise? That's all I want to know. If Tom Cruise is still walking around so he can be the secretary who disavows any knowledge of Glenn Powell's actions later in the next 8 movies. Then I'll be.
And I want to know, and I want to know that the AI was actually a good guy the entire time. That's my theory.
I think the AI is made off of Tom's brain, and that's why
why it knows what it's doing,
right?
Why it's so good,
and that's why
maybe,
and that's why he can. That's why he can defeat it, because he's you know everything I know, but you're not a fucking lunatic like I am, because I'm a human. I'm gonna hold my breath for 7 minutes. Take that, AI.
That's all he does.
Come on, just tell us. There was a character reveal that was what the fuck. What's the character reveal? Is
Listen,
Simon Pegg a bad guy? Because
I want
to needs to know.
I want to preface this by saying, by the time we do Dork Court, if we have not seen it, we don't care about spoilers.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't have time to see it already, so I need the spoilers. Come on. Yes, Chris ruins everything, and we're begging him to ruin it for us.
He's typing. That's why he's typing. I can tell. I feel it. I feel the energy.
Yes, tell us.
Chris.
Who's
movies?
Briggs?
Movies.
Wait, Briggs was Jim Phelps'. Who's Briggs?
I guess that's why it's a what the fuck moment.
Briggs.
Okay.
Briggs,
Well, who cares?
Briggs.
I see the whole Jim Phelps thing. Because he was played by John Voight.
Oh, okay. That's the guy in the last movie, the agent that's like hunting him, and then at the end is like, okay, I got to let you go do your thing. Like the
oh, that's cool. I love that guy.
Hold on, I'll show you a picture of him. I got a picture of him.
Yeah.
I got him.
He looks like he's in every 1970s Kojak episode.
Yeah.
That guy is great.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
He's awesome. He was just in something that we saw. We were like, who is that guy? It was
Shea Wingham is his name.
Who's that guy?
I wonder if it was on Hell on Wheels. He was playing. I think that's what it was. He was playing some dirty cowboy who had run afoul of the Amish or something. That makes sense.
Some dirty stinking cowboy.
Oh,
he's saying that title to Cruise. You mean Mission Impossible? Oh, we'll have our final reckoning.
Oh,
well, that's cool that he's after Hunt because he killed his dad. All right, whatever. I mean,
so John Voight.
I gotta give it to Christopher McQuarrie that he made all of those. The first 3 kind of get folded into the rest of them, so it's all this coherent narrative. I'm like, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. It's fucking just play the music and I'll go. Here's $20 more. Thank you.
Chris? I have one question to ask. Is the guy who's still like that was sent to like the North Pole,
who was poisoned in the first one?
Is he a prominent character? Is it a prominent plot point, or is it just like a visual
throwaway
from the screen?
So that might be who he's talking about. This one, you mean Kittredge? That guy?
Not
no. There's another guy.
Remember
the guy that was in the computer room that they poisoned, who had to keep leaving to go like vomit, and then like Hunt comes. Yeah, that guy.
And then he walks back in, and the knife is on the table, and he's like,
"That's weird."
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right, that I'm interested in.
I have to watch all of these again now.
and just to clarify, do they kill off Ving Rhames? Because it was alluded to that Ving Rhames doesn't want. Ving Rhames will always do something for Tom Cruise, but he actually really kind of wants to retire now.
Yeah.
Come on, Ving. That's fine.
I just want to do my Arby's commercials, and I just want to relax at home. Arby's.
It's gonna bum me out that if this is gonna be the last.
There you go.
Dead. Ving Rhames dead.
There you go. Okay. There you go. Okay. That's because that was what I read. So.
Well, I mean, it's just as well because both of them, Tom Cruise and Ving Rhames, they're about 70, 72 now.
Jesus.
So, like, another 5 or 10 years, and it's not going to make any sense to have those guys in Mission Impossible movies.
It's really cool. I saw last week on the during the press tour. Tom Cruise is nuts, but he's all over the place. And one of the guys that was interviewing had interviewed Emilio Estevez like a week before.
I saw this,
and then Emilio Estevez left a little 2-minute
message,
thing. And it was like, man, if I knew you were making 7 of these, I wouldn't have let you kill me off.
Kill me off.
But the joke was, Tom Cruise alludes to it, is like he just like called Emilio Estevez and was like, "Hey, I'm doing this Mission Impossible," and Emilio Estevez was like, "Yeah, man, I'll come down." And he's like, "But I only want to like come work for like a day or two," and like he put him in the movie and killed him because he only wanted to be in the movie for like he didn't want to like a big thing, but he did it because they're like good buddies.
Well, that's cool.
And then in the interview they kind of alluded to, because Emilio Estevez is writing Young Guns 3, and then said, are you gonna
Return the favor?
And Tom Cruise didn't say no, so it's kind of cool. Like I just can't believe that they're not going to do another Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
Mission Impossible one more time. I mean, it's practically one
writes itself, baby. It writes itself.
Yeah, another mission, one more mission. Just start making it now.
Are you guys going to see that this weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I am not. Well, maybe. I'll be in Roseville the whole weekend for a volleyball tournament. So I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah.
It was Mimi's birthday yesterday. And
happy birthday to me.
Yeah. So we told her not only do we have to see Mission Impossible this weekend, but we have to watch part 1 again to just be super refreshed.
Perfect.
But when you were bringing up Emilio Estevez, I was like, maybe I should watch them all. Just get that nice coherent narrative for when they did that bit where like, we can give this to Jeremy Renner, Tom, if you don't want to, keep doing these movies.
Yeah,
I'll do them.
Then Tom put a bomb in Jeremy Renner's snowplower.
Yeah. He's like, no, I think I'm going to do these for a while.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Chris confirms. I heard there's a reference to all of them, and I love McQuarrie, man. He's like, yeah, no, this was a whole coherent thing, even though the first 3 were director-led style pieces. It all makes sense, and let me show you how.
I'm more
Tom
upset.
has to go into space. But
I'm more upset with that Chris said it was okay.
Well, that's what I've been hearing too. So
I think that there's no way to meet everybody's expectations. So everybody's kind of like, that was great.
Also, that last one was just so fucking
good.
The last one was great. But see, I even liked the one before it with Henry with
Cavill.
Yeah,
I was great too.
I think all of them from 4 on are bulletproof.
Which is the John Woo one?
2.
That one, that's the only one I'm always like.
Yeah, De Palma, John Woo, and then J.J. Abrams of all people.
Oh, he's the third one, right? Because he's got his TV girlfriend in it.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Like Felicity and the guy from Lost. I like that one well enough.
The second one is why we have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you got to give it that at least.
That's why Marvel allows Tom Cruise to come and play Iron Man in Secret War.
Yeah. Thank you for Hugh Jackman.
Thank you for Hugh Jackman.
Put on the suit. Put these dots on your face, and you'll be good.
Right. Just film this right here in this closet for 5 minutes.
I don't see how Tom Cruise hasn't been Iron Man in 3 movies already.
Yeah.
Well, now he's free of Mission Impossible.
Man, remember when we were so confident he was going to be in Multiverse of Madness?
We really were.
But think about that. That movie had Patrick Stewart, Krasinski. Yeah. Dude, that lived up to the hype that it needed to. I don't know if Krasinski as that's the. Yeah, maybe not. Now I'm actually disappointed in that. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I'm glad they did that because I was 100% on board. That guy's going to make a great Reed Richards. And then he did, but it was fine. I liked it. Their number 4 on their thing was an arc reactor. Everything about that was great. But then I realized, no, I'm going to like this Fantastic Four a little better.
Well, you realize that's the Illuminati that just has to get wiped out. That's right, that's the lowest level Illuminati of all the Illuminatis.
Yeah.
Right. So that's cool. He might come back even. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick Stewart is. Maybe
no,
not.
I meant
Stewart,
John Krasinski.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Most likely.
Nah. All right, fellas. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, wish
I just gotta go to a football thing.
Go to the football thing.
go to the football thing. Wish Mimi.
I'm
happy
actually
belated
suited
month.
up already. Lowell
look at you.
football.
Oh, nice, smart.
Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
I'll let you know, but I'm pretty sure I just it's a matter of finding it.
well,
That's-
if not, it's in the mail on Tuesday. I'm not gonna package it. I'm just gonna leave it right here and put a post-it note on it.
I
and
wouldn't
say,
do that, man. Those things are they're as soon as the second printing comes out, those things are
Valuable.
Well, mine's
100
well,
bucks already.
well, obviously you didn't sign it for the person who bought it. So
Ah! All right.
All
awesome.
right, fellas.
Gentlemen,
All right, thanks.
Have a
That
great
was
weekend.
a blast.
Yeah,
That
See
was
you
a fun time.
See you in the green room.
Yeah. Did we end the stream? How do we?